Did you know that the characters from Netflix's Pain Hustlers are based on real people? And did you know that it only took Chris Evans minutes to prepare that rap scene? Yes, plenty went on behind the scenes of this movie that made this flick a bit more interesting, and we've got it all here. Did you know that the entire idea for Pain Hustlers was born when director David Yates read an article about the opioids crisis? Pain Hustlers isn't exactly based on a true story, but it is an interpretation of real events. The idea came from an article written by Evan Hughes. This article made quite an impact, and as far as Yates was concerned, it was interesting and vital fodder for a film.
I read Evan's article. It was my introduction to something that had been going on for years and years in America. So it was shocking to me, and it felt immediately compelling to craft and build a story.
Because of the importance of this story, the team behind Pain Hustlers wanted to make sure that it was done in a way that was both entertaining and accurate.
We came through it through a journalistic lens.
This, of course, meant a lot of research.
Our process started with reading through thousands of pages of court transcripts, interviewing lots and lots of people.
And while the characters were fictional, they were based on interviews from real people, making them feel a lot more real. Informing the public about the opioid crisis in a way that actually reflected the reality of the situation. Still, this film goes further than that.
It's really an American parable about how ambition and greed and naivety can kind of overrun you and take you to some pretty dark places.
Pain Hustlers may be based on a real-life crisis, but there was still plenty to be done in terms of world building and creating a story for the audience to sink its teeth into. I think it was 38 drafts of the treatment. We really wanted to make sure that the world was brought to life in a way that was authentic, and there were a lot of court transcripts to go through and a lot of research. Writing this film was no small task, but David Yates was confident all along in how to create a film that would best tell this story. Yates' idea was simple, and it was all about bringing an understanding of this ongoing crisis to the world in a way that would get people's attention, just like that article got his.
The approach is to bring as many people to the movie as possible. You know, it's a huge topic, it's a serious topic.
He was careful not to come across too earnest, and instead have fun with it. His strategy was important.
And you deliver a really sort of exhilarating experience for the audience, and it brings people to the subject.
Ultimately, the important story and strategic delivery meant everything.
Make it fun, make it entertaining, but leave them with a message.
Emily Blunt's character, Liza Drake, is a central part of this film. And while the film is inspired by real life, Liza isn't exactly a real person.
You know, Liza's based on several people, not exclusively related to any one of them. And also there's a fictional element to her as well.
Blunt didn't just portray Liza perfectly. She had a lot to do with creating the character.
And Emily got a copy of the script. She was excited by Liza Drake's imperfection.
Liza's realistic, relatable, and far from perfect actions made her a unique and exciting character.
One of the very first things that she flagged was this fearlessness of wanting to play the morally dark side of this character.
Emily Blunt and Chris Evans were perfectly cast in Pain Hustlers, and if you've seen it, you know that these two have great chemistry on screen.
Is that even legal?
67 and a 65.
And it seems that they were a great team off-screen, too. Blunt was even there when Evans was voted People's Sexiest Man Alive. And she was proud of her co-star.
I think he was a bit embarrassed, but sort of secretly thrilled, you know? Who wouldn't be thrilled?
These two co-stars are clearly great pals. We can only imagine how hard Emily was laughing when she first saw that rap scene. Chris Evans' rap is certainly a standout moment in Pain Hustlers. As it turns out, the cast and crew was just as shocked to see the scene as the audience was.
Chris goes and does this amazing rap video that he had basically a few hours to get the lyrics and the song down, and the entire room is like, Chris Evans can rap like a professional, oh my God.
Bringing a character to life always takes a lot of work, and hair, makeup, and costumes often play a major role. Costume designer Colleen Atwood had her work cut out for her when it came to making these newly wealthy characters look, well, newly wealthy.
I think my rule in the beginning was really used clothes, thrift store clothes, and then as they ascended, like going up market to like a private boutique or some kind of shopping like that.
This definitely gave the characters a realistic feel.
it was a great experience that way for me, and to collaborate with her, Chris, and Catherine O'Hara and everybody.
What did you think of the casting for this film? Did you think this story was a good way to approach this important topic? Let's talk about it in the comments. And for more videos like this one, like and subscribe to The Things.